not any oil. Yeah, special oil. You have to put the right oil to insert that thing easy. Otherwise, you will rip the rubber. The injector, guys, is one of the sensors that is it sensor or actuator?
Actuator.
Actuator, yeah.
It's not sensor. That means it receives command from the PCM.
And it grounds it, no? Usually grounds it?
Normally grounds it, yeah, because this one, when you turn your bike on, it sends power to it. And who's going to get the ground? It's going to send the ground to that injector.
Can you use a battery to test them?
You can.
Connect it to the battery?
You can.
At the 12 volt? Or
You want to do it right now? Bring me a battery, let's do it right now.
Right here.
Right here. So we need two pieces of wires.
To
No,
alligators?
copper rod, right?
Actually, look here. You can put this one here, but this one is not garage. We need the front wires. How about the cheap one? The sweet?
Yes, yours.
It's mine.
Like, it's mine now.
That's mine.
Was yours. So that's how we do it. I don't know which one is good. Can somebody measure either one?
Yeah.
Suppose now we know how to measure DCV, right?
Yeah.
Good. I need good battery. Because
This is not good. It doesn't matter because you'll still, yeah, it'll just give you the negative value on there, you know?
how about this one?
5.5 volt? Yeah, that one's still no good.
Yeah, by the way, you have to have, battery has to have 12 volt for the injector to work.
But what about if the ohms are like 3 to 4 ohms? You can't use this battery, right? Because you'll burn the. You gotta use like a 9 volt battery. If the ohms is, if the resistance is lower.
Yes, otherwise it's gonna burn it. So now can somebody hook up this too? Positive, negative. Somebody hold this one for me, the injector. And then I'm gonna do this one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter right by here.
Well, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
But the idea is you're gonna hit the click. You're gonna hit the click, guys. Ready? Ready? So normally when you turn ignition on the bike, you send power to the injector. Who's gonna send the ground? Computer. Listen, this one.
Yeah.
That's a solenoid moving?
So run moves, yes.
And that's
Okay.
pulse modulated, right?
It's pulse, it's on and off. Yeah, it's pulse, it's inject.
Pulse modulated, so the computer will compensate the fuel depends on
Yes.
the.
So the computer guy is gonna do this. It's gonna turn it on. How much time? And normally, how much time?
3 seconds? 3
Is-
milliseconds?
No,
No?
6.
3 to 6
It's not 60 times.
no. It's in milliseconds, by the way.
milliseconds, yeah.
How many milliseconds? 2 to 3. Can you measure 2 to 3 seconds?
Close.
2 to 3 milliseconds.
We can't, but
You bring 1 second and you divide it into 1,000, and you take 2 sections,
of the one.
and that's how you energize the injector. So it's gonna be like this. Actually faster than this one. So if you want to do it lean, it's gonna be less. If you want to do it rich, you gotta energize it more to allow more fuel in the combustion chamber. So remember, 2 to 3 milliseconds. That's very quick.
The motorcycle is going too close to?
Yeah. They have open loop and they have closed loop. When you start at 2 times, measure when it's cold at certain temperature, and measure when it's hot at a certain temperature. Compare it to the specs. If it meets the specs, it's good. Doesn't meet the specs, take it out, put a new one.
Can you connect alligator wires to there and have it to your volt, and then as the engine warms
Well,
up,
there
you
is-
can see the voltage?
There is
drop?
no room for the alligator. So you have to use these for measurement. And actually can use it. Can you put it on ohms? You can show everybody. Actually I'm not gonna do it because I have done it a million times. So it's your turn, guys, to do it. Can somebody hook up the leads to the ECT and measure how much is it? So ECT in room temperature. How much room here? How much temperature here?
78.
About 70?
So,
Feels like 80, right?
70? 80?
Like 80, 78 degrees.
75.
75?
yeah, let's go there.
That's close to 2 ohms?
So,
I have long speed.
No.
It's like
No, that's not right.
No, it's
Guys.
because it's more ohms. 1900 ohms.
guys, can you read one? How much is it?
1.9.
Is that milliohms
It's
or
just under 2 ohms.
that's
really
milliohms?
like see. Oh, there it is.
No, that's way too. That would be way too small. Really.
No, but
Yeah,
it's really hard to get it in.
Okay, you need to learn how to measure
There you go.
the resistance right, because what happens is, if you measure it wrong, how can you compare to the specs?
Yeah.
So if you look exactly, you see kilo on the right. See the kilo?
Yeah, there's a K.
So it's
This is
100. It's 100. Or?
1,000.
So it's thousands.
It's
1,000.
1,900. 1,900.
Of ohms.
Do you remember when we measured that ECT over there, or
Yeah.
how much was it?
Like
1700.
1800.
1,700.
Right.
So they are in this range. Normally 1,700 up to 2,200.
Up to 2200 for that specific. What were we?
So that's 1,000.
Oh, we were measuring the coolant.
This one's doing it.
Oh, he's measuring the
same
same
thing.
thing on here.
And this is cold.
Is that the same part that we were?
Same part, different engine, different sensor.
19.84.
Yeah, they'll have a different spec. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. My idea is watch for the K, because if you measure it like this and you say 1.9 ohms, that is wrong. You have to look for the K on the side. The K is 1,000. So this one is what? 1,900. So you have to know how to measure the sensor right or the actuator right and compare it to the specs. If you make a mistake, you may change a part that it doesn't need to be changed.
So, but I mean, you're probably going to jump into this, and this is probably a question for tomorrow. So if you know that that's, say, 1900 ohms, and say that's within the range of the spec, obviously you can reverse engineer if you know the ohms of what size fuse you're going to need to put in the line, right?
Okay.
By using the Ohm's law, right?
By Ohm's law. But Ohm's law, you apply it to the circuit. What I'm talking here about is computer circuit.
Gotcha.
It's different.
Okay.
Yeah. This computer circuit is different. Yeah. What I'm talking about here, Ohm's law, has to do with circuit. Regular circuit. Like bulb, horn, fan.
Right.
But I'm talking here about computer circuit.
If the computer circuit's different,
Yeah.
would that fall under electronics?
It falls under electronics, has different ways of doing things.
Okay. That I'm
Yeah.
already fucking confused.
Yeah. avoid F word, S word, M word here.
Oh, sorry.
You are here in college.
My bad.
Yeah, so anybody hold your tongue.
Damn, you lost points.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't put yourself and put me in trouble.
Okay. I apologize.
Electronics is different than the last day of the course we're going to talk about E5, electronic field injection.
Okay.
Okay? And we're talking about sensors and actuators. But the computer has different way than Ohm's law. Different way of design, different way of expectations.
So when you're diagnosing any engine,
Yeah.
you have to have the manual or at least know the specs before you even try to begin.
Guys, you have to have service manual for every bike.
Wait, so when you go to the shop, the mechanics, they have every single one?
Yes, they have online.
Oh,
They have online. Same thing like all data.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Normally I use one called Encyclopedia. If you want to go and subscribe.
Is it free?
Encyclopedia.
Is it free?
Cyclopedia?
Under the.
Cyclopedia.
And it
Like
has-
encyclopedia,
it's
but
the same basic
cyclopedia.
bike?
Oh, really?
It doesn't have everything, but has most of the stuff.
Is that
Can we
free?
get the password?
It's not free. Nothing's free.
Oh. I figured if it's online, you know, you might get it for free.
But what about if the ohms is correct? It's,
Right.
it's
Oh,
with the
yeah,
spec.
sure.
The sensor could still be faulty, right?
Again, you may measure. Let's say injector. You measure it and you get the right. What was it? 12 something.
1.9.
You measure and you find 12 point and the spec says 12.5. Does that mean the injector is good?
No.
No.
Right.
So the coil gives you the right resistance,
Yeah.
but maybe the plunger doesn't move.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe the plunger, when it moves, it sticks inside. It doesn't give you full swing. So what are you measuring? You're measuring the coil. You're not
The
measuring
mechanical part.
the mechanical part. And normally there's another way to do that. You put this one in a machine. There's a machine. And this machine, you give it pressure.
Oh, the injector cleaner?
Yes.
Oh, like Mr. Ramirez is
Yeah,
like the
real.
ones over there.
You give power here, and you can see the
You can see
spray.
it coming out.
You set the RPMs and all that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can see the spray. And the spray has different ways, different patterns of the spray. I mean,
But if you don't have that, then it's really just process elimination. Right?
yes,
What kind of-
then at least you do the minimum.
Right.
That doesn't respond, it's not working, is that right?
Normally, if you have a bad injector, the computer will detect that.
Misfire, right?
Yeah, will give you misfire. Computer will detect that. The sensor that will detect the misfire is called CKP right here.
Oh, okay.
And CKP is gonna give you a code for that particular injector.
Just like a car, it'll tell you which cylinder is misfiring.
Yes. So normally, if you see like say 23,
Yeah.
so technician knows 23, this particular injector. If the code says 25, then particular injector right here is bad.
Wait, how did they read the code? With what?
There's a scanner.
Scanner?
No, there's
Yeah,
a
there's a
scanner,
scanner.
and
There's
it
a
gives you the
scanner,
code.
There is a scanner, there's a universal scanner, and there's a factory scanner. Depends.
So they connected to the sensor, or what?
No,
do
it connects to this right here.
This is like the DLC.
Yeah, 'cause my speedometer like won't tell me codes when I have one.
You can
Oh,
have.
yeah.
You can have analog.
And you connect it like to a car, you know,
Analog.
where you go underneath the dash and you plug it in.
Oh,
give
it's
you
like the motorcycle version
the
of the
sweep.
car.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
We'll give you
okay.
the number.
Yeah.
We have two different guys. We have digital voltmeter, and we have analog voltmeter. Analog. The analog has a pointer. You can use that analog to count the code on the computer. Yeah. And how many sweep will give you the number. Different way of diagnosing.
Kind of like OBD1.
Kind of OBD1, yes.
Can you use a stethoscope to hear the injector?
Yes, you can.
And that'll tell you if it's mechanical, right? Because
Yeah.
you won't
If
hear
you-
the click.
Yeah, if you bring your bike,
Yeah.
I'll bring my stethoscope.
You mean is it like a doctor's stethoscope?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one in my office. You can.
And they do. I see how much money.
Yeah, and they work
Somebody's
good.
getting
You
paid.
can,
Yeah.
you can have the stethoscope, and you can hear the injector and compare it to the other injector.
Oh, okay.
And you have to have the
Tell the
same.
timings
But you have to have a
wrong.
trained.
You have to have the same tick.
And that'll tell
No,
you.
but you can hear it if it's not
Is it
clicking.
obvious?
Yeah,
Is
it's
that-
obvious. It's
Oh.
obvious.
And that can tell you actually if there's like a
It's gonna work. It's gonna tell you if it's working or not.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna tell you.
if it's out of time from a different point.
Yes. You have to listen to other injectors and compare. So you have to compare. So the idea is 4 of them on this engine have to be the same thickness. Because it's gonna be very quick. The tick. The plunge inside. Yeah, the plunge inside is gonna go up and down very quick. Has to give you a certain tick. Has to be the same. If one give you the wrong one, that means that injector is bad.
Or you could use that other little machine that they have where you apply power to it and then it'll squirt that much amount of fuel, and then if the other one doesn't squirt that much, then it's clogged.
Yes.
There's different ways
Different
we can check.
ways. I'll talk about stethoscope. It's easier.
Yeah, because you don't need to.
Yeah, there are different ways to do it.